Be sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask Blue Jay, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indy 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and Ms. Zeewiththetea, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi. All right, hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi, and I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Oh, Fabo!
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MzTutter, and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
I cop back the game. They staying for 1K. No wonder they seek fame, longevity at last. We aiming for
rock out real quick. This is new Chai's Up.
To make them a cold case. Autograph toe tags, spit eulogies at they weight. Matter of fact, they trash to mention it's such a waste. These fellas trying to buy time. I'm cashing out.
I'm gonna just vibe for a minute. This is new Chai's Up, y'all. Let's get into it.
Budget like enemy of the state. Knowing they couldn't cut it, they started bugging like they had to beat it like percussion.
This is Run With Us. It's Chai's Up. Let's get it.
Working all night and all day. Off passion, we bout to get paid. Come on with the bulls or get out our way. We'll recognize it's not for the fake. Been working all night and all day.
Period. This is streaming everywhere, y'all. Let's go.
Bulls or get out our way. We'll recognize real. It is not for the fake.
See how I live, got that hit from the crib.
Come through, Cognac. Okay.
We in the mix, get our coin in the pit. Not a smidge, we build the bridge. Trying to do it real big, no holding back. If you tired,
y'all, they always coming with it. I need y'all to get in tune.
To them riches, no dead, there's no cul-de-sac. If it's fake in your circle, just do the math, go hit some track. And this is shots up, so we don't kill us or contracts. Relying on money trees don't bother me. Success is the only person that bother me. No Halloween, it's emo like a quarter.
Make sure you grab your drink, y'all. We just gonna let this one ride. This is literally a world premiere.
They talking all that, but we don't hear a peep. So follow me, don't make believe as we convene. Dressed in all black, just like limousines, we hit the scene.
Been working all night and all day.
Okay.
Off passion, we bout to get paid. Come on with the bulls or get out our way.
They say run with the bulls or get out the way, baby.
Been working all night and all day. Off passion,
I'm feeling this. This is going on the Blueprint Live playlist. So y'all make sure.
We'll recognize real. It's not for the fake.
I had to let that one ride. Y'all know that they are family, okay? Chai's Up, that's family right there, period. Y'all make sure y'all stream that song, Run With Us. That's available on all platforms. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. I'm your girl, MzMetchi. So happy to be back with you this week. It has been, oh baby, it's been a week. We have a lot to talk about, okay? If you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company on Facebook and at the BP Media Co. on Instagram and Twitter, okay? Get the latest updates from the Blueprint Media Company and all of our amazing sponsors and partners, okay? If you haven't already, make sure that you are dropping those businesses in the comments. If you like the song that I opened up to today, that was Run With Us by Chai's Up. Make sure that you go and put that on your playlist, okay? It's available on all platforms. Y'all know how my boys do, okay? When they come out, it's on all platforms. Tidal, Spotify, iHeart, whatever you want. It's all there for you, okay? Shout out to our media partners, Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3 FM, and Indy 101.5 in Jersey. And of course, our partners, Ms. Zeewiththetea, honey. She's coming with some things later on. I've got some news that you could possibly use, okay, of what's been going on out in the streets. Okay, so shout out to Zeewiththetea, and of course my girl Miss Renita Betts from Be Your Own Kind. Okay, you all make sure that you go. She just literally released a line of products that you need. Okay, mugs, post-its, notebooks, all of that. My girl Renita has got it going on. So you all go and check out Be Your Own Kind. And if you're interested, join the Be Your Own Kind community. Okay, it's nothing but love, peace, and harmony up in there. So don't go with no stank energy. Okay, let them know MzMetchi sent you. Tonight's topic that we're talking about. We're talking about the Will Smith and Chris Rock debacle, y'all. It was going down at the Oscars this weekend, okay? So we have a lot to catch up on as far as that's concerned. So make sure that you tune in for that. And before I go any further, I can't do that without thanking my amazing sponsors, okay? Shout out to Tax Strategy. It's tax time. I need you all, if you haven't filed your taxes yet, to go ahead on over to their page. Go follow them on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Visit the website. Set up your appointment if you have not done your taxes yet. This is very important. And they service all 50 states. So for all my people that's listening in Philly and Jersey, hey, shout out to y'all. Shout out. You can also file your taxes too, okay? Shout out to Fiya Infusions, bringing you the good sticky to the icky, okay? And shout out to Black Dollar Days. The next Black Dollar Days is coming up in April. So if you haven't registered your business, make sure that you do that. I need you to go ahead and take care of that very, very quickly, okay? And then, of course, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. But I do have a new sponsor, okay? I have a new sponsor. I'm super excited about it. This is, someone that is family. This is family right here. And I'm so excited for what she's doing. She has a mobile bartending service. So Paris, shout out to you, okay? Shout out to our newest sponsor, Paris Ice Bar. She's got it going on. If you're having an event and you're just like, look, you need someone that's licensed, insured, that's going to be bringing you amazing cocktails for your guests. Paris Ice Bar is definitely where it's at. She's centered in the Florida area, but she hails from the Chicagoland area. So, and the good thing about being a mobile bartender is that you can be a mobile bartender anywhere. So she's definitely got you covered. So shout out to Paris Ice Bar, girl. Thank you so much, cuz, for just believing in my mission and just wanting to get your word out about your business on my show. I love you, girl. So I'm so excited for all of the things to come. Y'all already know the first, thing that we have to get into, because honey, I told y'all it's been a lot. Let's go. All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it. Okay. So my first Hate It and Love It for tonight has got to be people wasting your time. Wasting your time. Just deliberately wasting your time without making any means of communication. So I had a kind of like a business dinner that was set up for last week. And, of course it was, Friday. I'm like, okay, I'm so looking forward to having a drink at this point. And, all day I had been just kind of like confirming like, hey, we're going to be on for this time, because you know what it's like when you work, especially if you work downtown. You like, look, I either need to be getting up out of here or I need to be getting up into something as soon as I get off work. Like when I clock out, I want to do some stuff. So the plan was for 5:15. I'm like, okay, cool. This works out. This is great. And again, after confirming like maybe twice throughout the day, I'm like, okay, cool. So then I'm really close to the restaurant at this point. I'm like, hey, I'm almost here. Not really hearing nothing back. So I'm like, at this point, what's up? So I pick up the phone. I'm like, hi, what's going on? They're like, oh, I'm like 20 or 30 minutes, after the time that I'm supposed to be there. And I'm just like, well, I could have went back to the crib at 3. I don't stay downtown. So it's a little bit of a journey for me to get to and from there. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. When you know that you're not going to be able to like keep an obligation, no one is mad at that. I'm not mad if you can't make it or if you're running behind. But I talk about it every week on the show that communication is extremely, 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 extremely important. Okay. So if you know that you're not going to be able to meet a certain obligation, that's fine. No one's upset about that. It's all about the piece of communicating and just saying like, hey, you know what? Oh my goodness, time is getting away from me. I'm not going to be there at this particular time, especially when you have someone else involved. Waste your own time by all means, but don't do that to other people. It's just kind of like, it's a little bit whack. But we've all been there. I've been on that end of it too. But for me, I'm just like, hey, let me make some type of communication with you as soon as I can. You never just want to be in a position where you're kind of like blowing people off. So it works both ways. That's just my hated for this week. We're not wasting nobody's time. That part. Let's talk about the second hated it. Bad management at work, y'all. Oh, hold on. I need a little sippy sip for that. Yeah. Bad management at work. So I can't really go into too much detail, but I'll say that basically I saw a whole team dismantle, like a team of 6. 50% of them left all within like a 2-day radius. I'm like, whoa, this is a lot. And then after kind of learning some of the things that they were going through and that they were experiencing, it was kind of easy to see why they felt the need. They had to get out of there, essentially. So this was going on around me. It's going on around me this week. And I was just like, oh my gosh. It's like, this is a lot of stuff. This is a lot of things going on. And just learning about some of the conditions and the things that they were kind of working through and just, did it with a smile on their face. I'm like, man, you deserve whatever great success you're supposed to attain after this. Like, you deserve it. You completely deserve it. So, when you have bad management, that was the number one complaint as far as like they weren't getting back to them. They weren't addressing some of their concerns. We have to make sure in the workforce that we hear our people, especially your people that are on the front lines. They're probably your most important group of individuals that you really need to worry about and you need to look out for. So if you are that manager and you're a bad manager, you've had complaints about yourself, I suggest you get it together before you literally piss off your team and lose your team, because the workforce is so competitive right now that you can get a job anywhere. You can do whatever it is that you feel like you want to do. It's not a big deal. So these people are leaving, and if there's better offers and better things on the table and better treatment, because this is the thing, you're with your work family throughout the week more than you are around your family, your spouse, your friends, especially them. That's probably the part of your life that might get the least attention. You might as well be able to enjoy your time while you're at work. So when you have that bad management, you know what I'm saying, it will literally taint your workforce. It will taint your workforce. So you just have to be mindful. Bad management, it's a no-go. As far as my love it, honestly, y'all, my love it is that I'm still riding very, very high off of the announcement that I was able to make with you all last week about the show being syndicated. It's just something that I've really, really been very, very happy about. It was really big, for me, having started out, you all know I just celebrated 3 years with the Blueprint Media Company. So it's just something that I'm so excited about. I'm like, it's my love it for a couple weeks at this point. I love the fact that I'm able to, promote you all and give a platform in a different place in Philly and in Jersey. I love the people out there. I hope that you all enjoy the show and enjoy what we talk about each and every week and all of the amazing people. I didn't have a guest this week, but sometimes I kind of like those weeks where it's just like I can vibe out with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just get into it with you guys. So that's good for me. That's really, really good. So that's definitely the love it. Another one I would probably say is that, and being fully transparent. So my grandmother's birthday is coming up on April 4th. And, with grief, unfortunately, anyone that kind of knows a little bit about my story, you all know I've kind of, lost a lot of my family, lost a lot of my people, you know what I'm saying? And it just, it can really take a toll on you. So I think that another one of my love is this week would definitely have to be, that with time, I am learning better ways and better coping mechanisms with grief. It's something that, a lot of times people don't really want to talk about. If you've, been through it, or, you don't even have to grieve somebody that's gone. You can grieve someone that's still in the mix, they're still here with you. And for me, you know, it's grieving the people that are not here, you know what I'm saying? And just those birthdays that roll around, you know, those anniversaries of when they pass, all of that. And you know, I talk to you all, and I'm very transparent about the whole like therapy and how it's been super helpful to me. And I am encouraging everyone around me. I'm like, heal first. Even the situation I was talking to you all about, with the Shooting the Breeze segment that was sponsored by Be Your Own Kind last week, as far as just like, you know, just with certain energy, certain things, it's like you gotta get that from around you and stay in a good place. Because it's like, how can you stay in a good place if you putting yourself in a bad environment, or you putting yourself around people that you don't really need to be around, or situations you don't really need to be in? It's all about looking at all of those factors when you're trying to work through things like grief or anxiety or depression or whatever it is that you may be going through. So I will just always make it an effort to just let you all know how it's working as far as in my life, because I feel like if we can sit up here and talk about celebrities and talk about local news and different things that are happening, we have to be at a place where we can talk about our mental and emotional health, and just always doing those check-ins like, hey, you good? Oh no, you good? Okay, well, are we good? We good, you know. So that's definitely the love it this week. So I think right now is a good time to get into just, you know, a little bit of music. And you know, we heard a little bit of Chai's Up, and y'all know they last album, Heavy Drugs 3, was out, baby. It was thebomb.com. And I really feel like I just kind of want to take it back a little bit, just a little bit. Let's get into it. It's so many things to choose from. I think I'm gonna do Brown Skin by Corey Ethan. I'm in love with you. Get your drink. Brown skin. Brown skin. Brown skin. I'm in love with your brown skin. Brown skin. Make sure you dropping those businesses in the comments. I'm in love with your brown skin, brown skin. Brown skin, brown skin. Drop those businesses in the comments. Baby, come on my mind, it's like my favorite song. All day long, you my girl, can I take you home? Take you away. Hey. Love your skin, love your smell, love your shape. You the shit, hey. Love your body, you're my baby. Paris! Hey! I just did your shout out. Shout out Paris Ice Bar is in the building. Period. Hey, cuz. Thank you for tuning in, girl. Shout out to Paris Ice Bar. If y'all need the bartender services, that's the girl. Shout out to Corey Ethan for the brown skin. You know, we just came off of Black History Month. So in love with you. Paris, stick around, girl. I got this. What would you do? Brown skin. Hey, if y'all know her, that's how she said it. Oh my goodness. So I had to just, you know, jam out real quick. So this is the thing. We've got this What Would You Do? And it's a little crazy. So let's get into it. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions. Shout out to my past, cause goodbye. So, okay, that was our little dance break real quick. So let's get into tonight's What Would You Do? It's a little, I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this, but let's see. This just get into it, because it's a little bit of a long one, but just stick into it with me, okay? A week or so ago, my man was off work for a little while. We have a female neighbor who's not much younger than we are. We're all cool. I let her and her homegirl come to my house to do their hair and just hang out. Well, the other day, I found out that my neighbor's friend came over asking him for a condom while I was at work. He says that he told her no, we don't use them. She was supposedly shocked and asked if I was on birth control. Whew. He said no, and then that was supposedly it. When I came home that day, he told me all about it. I didn't say anything to him, but I was pretty pissed off. I don't like the idea of some girl coming to my house while I'm gone asking my man for condoms. We have convenience stores that are a whole block away from where we live. She's of age and can buy them herself. So when I saw her, I asked her about it. She gives me a story about having plans to go see one of her men and that he didn't have a condom, so she asked my man. I might be going overboard, but I was looking at her clothes and she definitely was not dressed for a date. So now I'm wondering if she was hitting on him or whatever. He's of course says no, never, and that he would tell me if she did. Somehow I don't really believe he'd tell me if she did. What would you do? Oh, girl, not the neighbor coming over asking for a condom. Where do they do that at? Like it's not like, hey man, you have a little extra fertilizer, or you got a little gas so I can finish cutting my grass, or you got some seeds to plant some. You asking for condoms? I don't. She was definitely trying to test the waters. She was definitely. I feel like she was totally trying to test the waters. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I want to know. If you tuning in live with me, drop it in the comments. It's real suspect. And my whole thing is that honestly, yeah, that's some stuff you got to kind of check at the door. Check it at the door. It's giving real girls get down on the floor. Well, I don't know what y'all think. Yeah. I mean, and my whole thing is don't make it, he didn't, it's not like he was just like, yeah, I got condoms for sale. Like, don't get mad at your man. Like, girl. But sometimes people, they know what they doing. It's too much. I just would never go and ask my neighbor for something like that. Or if anything, I would ask her. Like, I mean, if you in that dire need, you like, I ain't trying to go all the way up the block. My neighbors over here, they might have some condoms. Like, what people got to understand. Okay, let's have a real talk about like territory, right? Women step to the women. Men need to step to the men. Okay, that's just what. Boom. That's it. If she would have asked sis probably would have still felt a little offended, but it would have been okay. Paris said it could have just been her comfort of being cool with both of them. The reason she was comfortable asking. Okay. And you know what, Paris, honestly, I understand that. I do get that. I get it. But, it seems as if from what this lady was saying that maybe she was a guest of the wife and not the husband like that. It was just more so like, I guess they both live there. But I don't know if I'm going to roll up on my friend's man asking for a condom. Like that, to me, I would just be worried about how is that request going to be perceived? Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like her having the conversation, I guess, with the neighbor, because I mean, if you was cool enough, you was doing their hair and stuff, you should be able to have a conversation of what's appropriate or inappropriate, in regards to your situation. So I'm not mad at that. I just feel like, why are you asking him for a condom? I don't know. I would probably be a little bit weirded out if somebody came and asked Anthony, like a female, like, yeah, you got a condom. Like, girl, for what? And why didn't you just text me? Because if we had one, I probably would have had them drop it off. But, it's like clear it with the woman of the house. God dang it. Clear it with the woman of the house. Just like with men, like, they not going to come over. I'm trying to think of what's something sexual almost that a man could ask for. You got some lube. Like, if one of my neighbors came over here, like one of my male neighbors, and came and asked me that, I'd be like, you couldn't wait till Anthony got up. You had to wait till while he was napping to come and ask me for some lube. Let me sip my drink. It's foolishness. Paris said, okay, true that. Yeah, it's just like, hey, just keep it with whoever you talk to mainly. That's who you should be making the request with. You don't have to don't roll up on nobody man like that. That's not cute. That's not cute. That's not the move. That's definitely not the move. So yeah, in this particular, what would you do? I mean, like I said, they're the ones that seem to have a relationship to me. So I think that I guess she was right by just kind of bringing it up like, hey, that's kind of odd. Maybe that's not something that we need to continue. I don't think that she was going overboard by being a little bit like concerned, because this is the thing. People don't know that they've crossed certain lines until you tell them that they've crossed certain lines, right? So you have to be able to say, okay, you know, this is something that I'm a little bit uncomfortable with. I would appreciate if this is not something that happens again, or that you know, feel like that you're going to do continuously. We don't want that. So I think she did the right thing actually by like just addressing it with that person or whatever the case is. Because her man in this particular situation, like if he would have went asked her for some stuff like that, and it was the opposite way, like her dude was asking the neighbor, then that would be a little bit of course, that would be a problem. But in this instance, check the person that did the violating. You know what I'm saying? And not even so much as checking, but just let them know like that's not cool. So we think you handled this okay, sis. We think you did all right with this particular. What would you do? I would probably do the same. I would probably do, but I would not stop trusting my husband, because it's like he didn't even have to bring it up if he didn't want to. And for those that are just tuning in, tonight's What Would You Do was basically a young lady, her husband, he was at home alone. A couple of their neighbors that they had allowed to actually come into the space and hang out with them went and asked the husband while the wife was gone if he had a condom, and it was very, very, very intrusive as far as with questioning, because he said, oh no, he shouldn't even told her we don't use them because we, you know, she on birth control. Like we don't talk about Bruno, and we don't talk about reproductive health. We're not having those conversations. We're not talking about that. Like, we're not doing that. So yeah, everybody just needs to mind their own business, and neighbors just need to stay in their house, but still be concerned about their neighbors, but not asking them for condoms. That's where I'm at as far as that's concerned. So look, it's time to take a quick break, and when I come back, I have tonight's What's Happening, What's Up, y'all. It's lit. So we'll be right back.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Hey y'all, it's your girl MzMetchi checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. Tax season is among us. Make sure that you get with the pros at Tax Strategy to help you limit your tax liability and help you get back the maximum refund that you and your family deserve. Visit www.yourtaxstrategy.info for more information on setting up an appointment and getting the ball rolling on your taxes this year. Let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live, okay? Tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. Y'all, it's a lot going on this week. We got a lot to talk about. But first, if you are tuning in with me right now, make sure that you are dropping those businesses, okay? I want to connect with you. There are people out here that need what you have to offer. So make sure that you're dropping those businesses. And if you haven't already, follow the Blueprint Media Company on Facebook and Instagram, okay? All platforms at the BP Media Co. You want to make sure you're doing that, and follow your girl, MzMetchi. That's MzMetchi on all platforms, okay? You can find it anywhere. It's like you just type it in. It's like, boom, that's what it is. So tonight's What's Happening, What's Up? Okay, y'all know that I love me some Lizzo. I love her body positivity. I don't care what anyone says, okay? But she is continuing to expand her brand beyond music. Her latest business venture involves diving headfirst into the crowded field of shapewear, okay? After teasing her fans about a big announcement, Lizzo finally revealed that she has a brand new size-inclusive shapewear line called Yitty. Yitty, it's Yitty. Okay, Paper Magazine reports it's named after what she was called during her childhood. It's a new shapewear line that aims to provide undergarment support for women all shapes and sizes, ranging from extra small to 6X. Okay, Lizzo explained her concept behind launching Yitty in the Paper Magazine. So you all make sure that you check out that article. Okay, I'm so proud of her. Like, I'm really, really, really happy. I'm happy for her and for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. If you, I'm a plus size woman too. You know what I'm saying? I know how to dress for my size, and I've always been plus size. I've always been a full figured woman, and being able to have some good shapewear for when you want to put just a little boom on whatever it is that you've got going on. This is going to be a nice touch, and I love that she took it back to like her family roots, and or her roots are from when she was a child, to go ahead and bring this line out for everybody. I think that it's going to do fantastic. I think that it's going to compete with Spanx. I hope she makes a lot of money, and I hope that she has everybody from extra small up to 6X feeling like a bad bee. Because baby, when you snatched, I don't care what you talking about. When you snatched, or you got you a little outfit that is looking good, and you put that little added touch, okay, this shapewear is going to do what it needs to do. So Lizzo, girl, we are rooting for you. I love the fact that she just started a series where it's like a dance competition to, tour with her or whatever the case is. Like, she's totally putting the big girls on the map. So I'm like, okay, girl, I see the vision. I see what you're doing. All of her antics and everything. People, they be liking to talk about Lizzo sometimes. They do. But I feel like she's definitely doing something to give back to the people that is like her. So Lizzo, girl, I'm rooting for you. That's what's happening. What's up in the streets. Now, okay, I know y'all done heard about Black China, baby. It's baby daddy, baby mama drama going on all around, okay? Zeewiththetea, shout out to our partner. She was the one to let us know. This is what Black China said in the tweet. Yesterday, I had to give up my 3 cars, my reasons: morals, beliefs, being a single mother, no support. I'm a mama. So Tyga and Rob Kardashian, her children's father, they came and they weren't sparing her at any expense. Tyga said, I pay $40K a year for my son's school, and he lives with me Monday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support? I'm going to just sip my drink on that. I'm going to sip my drink. Okay. Woo. Yeah. You think you putting out a tweet to get some attention, and they was like, nah. Then Rob Kardashian, he followed up with, I pay $37K a year for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense. I pay for all her extracurricular activities. I have my daughter from Tuesday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support? Why do she not have these babies and she still needs some support? Lady Fluent in the building. Shout out to my Fluent Radio family. Yes, it's lit. And y'all look, if you miss it tonight, you can catch the show at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. No, Eastern Time, baby. Don't let me get it twisted. On Fluent Radio. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all go fluentradio.com. Soft plug, hard plug, I don't care. But thank you so much for tuning in, Lady Fluent. I appreciate you, girl. So right now, if you're just tuning in, we are talking about Black China, honey, and her having to give up her cars for her morals and her beliefs. Yeah, the people were mad. Hey, cuz, thank you for tuning in. Miss Lynn is in the house. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Lynn. We're talking about these parents that are out here in the, on the social media streets. putting their business out on Front Street. Okay. Yeah, so these two responded back, and like I said, Zeewiththetea, she reported it and just, released the tweets. And I'm like, wow, I'm pretty sure she didn't expect that particular response. Like, I'm gonna put this out here that I had to give this stuff up. I need child support, and then the babies is with them like 90% of the time. I'm like, it looks like between the two of their statements, she don't have them kids a lot. No shade, Lady Florence said Black China tried to pull it. Laugh my butt off. Girl, she really did. And the sad part about it is that she would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for the fact that, like, she could have probably been telling her local community that, but I'm like, girl, you put it on the internet. You knew them men. She had some babies with some petty men. They petty, baby. They gonna get with you. No shade to them. I'm not mad because most of the guys. This is 2022. If you got a guy that ain't got a little bit of petty in them, all guys have a little petty. I don't care. Y'all can say like, oh, she generalizing, and I am. And it's true. I'm like, y'all be gossiping more than us, child. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Needless to say, she definitely tried it, Lady Florence. She tried to put out a little thing on Twitter. And I'm like, leave these men alone. Y'all just got out the courts. Let's leave these men alone. Send that to them via text message. We don't need to see that. Speaking of which, not only was this the only thing that was out, but also, our local rapper, hey Whitney, what's up? Hey girl, Noir girl in the house. You see, I got my dreamsicle on, baby. I got to do it for the girls, the Noir girls, honey. Okay, y'all make sure y'all go and shop with her. Justwith.com. She got a sale going on right now, but y'all can use my code if you want to, MzMetchi 10. Soft plug. But yes, G Herbo and Taina. You all know Fabulous's stepdaughter, and well, we don't know if it's his stepdaughter, but that's his daughter. God damn it. Okay, so them, and then of course Ari the Don. G Herbo's first baby's mother. I hate saying that. I hate saying child's mother. Excuse me. Let's walk that back. Apparently it's been some things they trying to say that the Taina girl was putting hands on the little baby. I'm like, why do we know this? Why does the public know this? Why have we not gone to you? You haven't gone to the police. You haven't gone to the people that can actually help you. Social media cannot do anything about somebody doing something that is adverse to your child. We got to learn how to keep the business off of social media. Please. She said, yes, looks beautiful on you. Thank you. Okay. Whitney also said, yes, please fill me in on the G Herbo drama. Okay. So G Herbo, Ari the Don and Taina have been going, there's been some back and forth, different things. Ari the Don is alleging that Taina, hurt her child, injured her child, and then G Herbo knew about it. He hadn't seen the baby. He had only seen the baby one time, and then he like dropped him back off, and it was like that was one day. And he's kind of like off with his new family or whatever the case is. And I just, it's honestly too much to pick up with. I wish that they would leave their stuff out of the public. I love me some G Herbo. I'm rolling. I love them all individually. They all have something that they bring to the table. Taina's really pretty. Ari the Don, I'm like, she's got her hair is always bomb to me. I don't, whatever. I think that they're great people. Keep the business off of social media. We don't need to see that. Like, my whole thing is, if she's doing something to your child, girl, take her to court. Do whatever you need to do to protect your child or whatever the case is. Because let's not act like just because they're celebrities that they, that there are people that cannot treat your child in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like we see too many stories as far as like with people getting abused, whether it's locally or on a Hollywood scale. So like stuff like that, taking it to social media. What is social media gonna do for you? What can they do for you? I don't get it. When he said no way, yes way. They've been going back and forth all day about it on social media, and I'm just like, y'all got to stop this. Like, let's stop taking to like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook with all of our problems. It's not gonna work. That's not how any of that goes. It's just not how it goes. So that's what's happening as far as with that. Moving along, something a little bit more serious. I'm not sure if you all heard this story, but this one, man, my heart goes out to this family. The father of 14-year-old Tyree Simpson spoke out about his son's tragic incident that occurred Thursday night. On Thursday, the St. Louis resident and a middle school football player died after falling from a drop tower ride at Orlando's Icon Park. He stated that his son was panicking when he was going up, and he also stated that his son's friends, that his son told his friends who are also uncomfortable that he was feeling uncomfortable during the duration of the ride. Okay. Y'all, he was so young. And it's like, they show like different pictures and everything where it's like his harness and everything did not look like the people around him. They were showing videos that like the operators were kind of, congregating and doing their own thing and, talking to the other people that were on the ride. So there wasn't really a safety check allegedly for this young man while he was on that ride. And I mean, for me, I grew up, we went to a different amusement park or something every year. Like it wasn't until I got into my adult years that I didn't go. And naturally when you go on those rides, that's always the thing. It's just like, am I in here? Am I secure in case something happens? We've seen it where rides stop and different things, but I mean, he literally, like, he lost his life as a result of that. When you think about going to an amusement park, you think about having fun and you think about all the different rides that you could go on, and not that you could lose your life in the midst of it. It was extremely sad. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of agreeing on that. So sad. And they are trying to like rule it like it was just like an accident, so no one would be really liable at this particular point. And I don't even think that it's a thing of who should win the case or whatever the case is. It's just the simple fact that this young boy lost his life on this ride, and that is devastating. Okay, extremely devastating. So please keep that family, keep the Simpson family in your prayer, and everybody, I mean, the crazy part about it is that when we go into certain situations where you're kind of like relying on someone else or relying on their expertise to kind of like help you get through an experience, those operators and everything, I pray for them. I pray for the people that were like directly involved in the situation too, because that has got to be a horrible feeling, knowing that somebody passed so tragically on your watch. So I'm praying for all parties involved in that situation, but specifically for the Simpson family that's having to endure such a loss. I mean, what a sad thing. And the fact that it happened in Florida, Florida, stop. Okay? Stop. It's just not cute no more. We tired of getting stories out of Florida. It's a little bit too much. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Don't it always seem like it's something crazy that's going on in that area? Not all the parts, not all the people that's down there. So we love Florida because people go there and they be like, yeah, I'm going to Miami, I'm going to Orlando, I'm going to the music parks. That's great. But it's always something crazy that's coming from that state, and I need them to stop. It's a little bit too much. The fact that another story, and well, not a story, but this is something that's so crazy, like them passing the law about, lynching being a federal crime. I'm like, I have to admit, I was talking about it with my dad and my sister and my stepmother or whatever. And I was like, dang, I'm looking at my watch. I'm looking at the calendar. I'm like, it's 2022. This just got passed. It's been so many things that's been going on. I just feel like that it's utterly ridiculous at this point. And the fact that was something that just went into legislation at this point, shame. Come on now. We got to do better. I hope that our generation, everybody, us that's here now, we getting older, the people that's coming after us, I hope that there is some change, that we continue to see change that we've never seen before. Because the fact that it's 2022 and that just happened, they just passed that and made it a federal. I'm going to leave that at that, okay? I'm going to take a quick break real quick. When I come back, y'all already know what we're talking about. Got to talk about Will Smith and Chris Rock and the Oscars, baby. Y'all knew we was going to talk about it. I'll be right
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indy 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and Ms. Zeewiththetea, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Foolishness is what took place on Sunday at the Oscars. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Topic of the day, Will Smith and the Chris Rock debacle. Okay, I know y'all tired of talking about it, but you know that we cannot go throughout this week without discussing it on the Blueprint Live. Okay. So for those that have been living under a rock, and if you are not aware, or if you were like me on Sunday, you were minding your business trying to watch Candy and the Gang on Bravo. Yes, that's what I was doing. You heard about the slap that was heard around the world. I don't mean to laugh, but that was funny to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Anyway, no, in all seriousness though. So at the Oscars, Chris Rock got on stage and cracked a G.I. Jane joke about Jada Pinkett and her hair. And Will Smith ended up going on stage, smacking him, and then cursing him out and telling him to keep his wife's name out of his effing mouth as he got back to his seat, okay? Things got a little bit crazy, naturally with that. I mean, who would think that Will Smith would go and do something like that? Like if Will Smith is walking up on you, you would think like a hug, a warm embrace. You're not thinking that he's about to like smack five from you. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. So for me, I definitely want to talk about it because I just wanted to know, what were y'all actually watching the Oscars, or were you on social media like how I was while you were watching something else and then you heard about it? Because that's what I was, like I said, I was on the couch. I'm like, okay, boom. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. So I was like, And I said it out. So I read it to myself, and then I said it out loud to Anthony. I was like, oh, babe, I'm like, they trying to say Will Smith smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars. So he immediately, like, give me the remote. We finna turn this ish off because, he don't like none of it, okay? So he was like, okay, we finna turn this off. We finna turn on the Oscars. I'm like, what didn't happen now? Let me just go on Twitter. Because I tell you what, if you are looking for a clip or something, Twitter has your back 110%. Specifically, Black Twitter. If it's anything that's got to do with some Black folks, Black Twitter has got your back, okay? They're going to find it, look it up, have a video, have different angles, different perspectives, baby, commentary behind the scenes. Black Twitter has it all, okay? So, of course, I head over, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, let's go to Black Twitter. Let me look it up. Baby, they shared the Japanese version because apparently they was the only one that had it uncut, real raw and uncut. And I watched it. I said, oh, my God. Oh my gosh. Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. Oh my gosh. Let me get into these comments real quick. Lynn said, I was watching the Oscars and I was stunned. I couldn't believe he did it in front of 60 million people. Because I couldn't believe it either. I was just like, not Bel Air. Not Bel Air. not Will Smith. Not Bad Boys Will Smith. Not Pursuit of Happiness Will Smith. It literally, I just started going through my mind of, y'all gotta know, this man played Ali. Never did he go and do this on a night that was like so important. I felt, oh my gosh, I felt horrible for him. It was like, I watched it and I was shocked. I was shocked. And I'm like Whitney. She said I went to Twitter immediately. Whitney, me too. I ran to Twitter. If I had on my Nikes, I'm like, I got to get to Twitter. And to hear like the entire thing. And then this is the thing. Now, I don't speak, I don't know the Japanese language. I don't. However, when I was like watching the clip and I was listening to the commentary of like the person who was doing like a voiceover for it, baby, all I can tell you is this. I knew when they said that they were shocked because I was like, I'm shocked too. Me. Me. I showed it to Anthony. I said, oh my gosh, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. Babe, I'm like, it really happened. Like this is not real. So at first Anthony was like this. Babe, are they acting? I'm like, no. I'm like, look at the clip where he's like actually cursing him out. I'm like, babe, there's no way. I'm like, as a Black actor, that if that was not real and that was fake, that they would go that hard in the paint. I'm like, baby, he's mad. He's mad for real. Lynn said because there are a few seconds before being televised, the screen froze. Then he yelled back at Chris and the audience was shocked. Then he sat there like he owned the place, and it was like he dared Chris to say anything. Yeah, you could totally just see it in his body language. Even the way he walked off, like he just like this. I'll do it again, and I just was mortified because I'm like, for one, he was there and he was being nominated, and then it was like, after kind of like getting my thinking past Will Smith, I was just like, man, this happened to Chris Rock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Rock, let's be honest. Both of these two men are iconic in their own ways. Okay. Chris Rock has brought a lot into the comedy world. He's opened a lot of doors, for people like Wanda Sykes, who was a host, and all of these different things. Like, they've done a lot to put a lot of people on and put a lot of people in position. Okay. Cause like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like Gabrielle Union, I feel like she was already doing stuff, but it like blew up after they did some of their movies together. Like it was just like a lot of different things, a lot that they were able to give back to the people that were in the same field, in the same industry as them. So to see the fact that it happened between them of all people, I'm like, why couldn't be nobody else? Why? I don't understand. So Lynn said it took away everything from Questlove, who was accepting the Oscar that he was presenting. Wanda should have slapped him. Yeah, it's a lot of feelings that people are having about it. And it's right. It changed the whole mood for the rest of the Oscars. Because I tell you what, when we did turn to it for a little bit, I'd be telling y'all I could read the different energies and stuff. I know you could feel the shift that was in the room. It was tense. Even if you were a viewer and you were not there, it was tense. And baby, is it Lupita? Lupita that was sitting next to him. Oh, child. She kept such a stoic look. I'm like, baby, it couldn't have been me because y'all know I got big eyes. If you see me, you know I got big eyes. Baby, my eyes would have been out my head trying to figure out, like, are y'all? Is this for real? Lynn said Wanda would have slapped Will back. He wouldn't have did that to her though, Lynn. I really feel like he wouldn't do that. But okay, let me give you another perspective of what my thoughts were as far as with the situation. Will Smith has kind of been in the public eye, for a lot of things that are not solely around his career, and it more so involving his marriage. Y'all remember the entanglements. We talked about it. We talked about this, the whole August Alsina thing, all of that, what people don't understand is that you can't expect people to not like have a breaking point. Now he lost his mind, and that was not Chris Rock's fault. He was doing his job. Okay. He is a comedian. We know this about Chris Rock. Chris Rock is going to crack on anybody. Okay. Will Smith had a breaking point, and there's nothing that's excusable about what happened because it just shouldn't have taken place. It wasn't the platform. I'm like, y'all shouldn't have did it at the Oscars, the Globes, the BET Awards, the Source Awards. Everybody keep their hands to themselves. That's how you avoid this whole thing. Oh, keep your hands to yourself. But I think what we saw was somebody that truly, truly snapped out. And it's funny because I was talking to Renita, her and I were speaking about it this morning. And we were just saying that like, we literally saw that man just kind of like lose his stuff right there on our television screens or on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or wherever you saw it. And it took away from a lot of the other people that had worked so hard. You know, they didn't even want to have the Oscars. So it took away from so many things. And I just feel like I feel bad for them. I feel bad for Chris Rock that he had to endure that type of humiliation. That is humiliating. And to be in a place that's like somebody like you at your place, you trying to get your bag, you not trying to mess up your career and what you got going on, and then somebody walk up in your workplace and smack you, and you doing your job, you just like, well, and why y'all smacking me? Why are you putting your hands on me? It was just all around weird. And then, you know what? Today they released a video and they were showing the perspective from Jada's perspective after Chris Rock said that, like, Will Smith just smacked the, sugar honey iced tea out of me. And it, you can't see it because the point of view is from the back of her head. But people are saying that it looks almost like that she laughed at the situation when Chris Rock said that. And that took away from a lot of the people that were feeling like a little bit bad for her. Like, man, he kind of roasted you and talked about your situation, because the big thing is that she has alopecia. It's something that she's very, sensitive about, as anyone would be that has something going on like that. But seeing her like kind of like laugh at the situation, it's just like, for me, I feel like no one can say what they would do if they were there, like, definitively, because you don't know what you would do if you're in that situation. But I can tell you this. I know I've been with my husband long enough. He was my man before, he was my husband, but I've been with my man long enough where if I could feel the steam coming off of him, we got to ride out. I would have rather have seen a situation where they walked off and they went in the hallway, or they went and they walked away to show their disdain for what he said, rather than him walking on stage. That was just a little bit much. And it wasn't really necessary. But for me as a wife, I'm going to protect my husband. You are here and you are being honored. You are being honored. And I love the advice that Denzel gave him, as far as like, when you reach this point, that's when the devil try to come in. You feel me? And that wasn't nothing but the devil. No. My cousin said Will definitely needs a therapist. I agree. I think they need to step away from the red table, Will. Step away from the red table. Okay? I need you to go. Therapy is fine. I literally was talking about that earlier in the show. It is nothing wrong with going and seeking help when you're angry, when you're sad, or even if you just like you're good and you want to stay good, seek help. Like, you don't have to do it by yourself. Regina Hall joked about Will and he laughed it off, but Jada's look caused him to assault Chris. You right, cuz. My auntie Tracy said, did Chris know about her disorder? I'm not sure. If he knew, but it was something that she's been public about. So they're trying to say that he did know. No, he laughed at first. Then Will's son says, that's how we do it. Yeah, and then Chris Rock's brother said that when, basically when he was asked about it, that it's on site for Will Smith. And I'm just like, it's on? What you mean it's on? It's on? I don't know. Hold on. I'm just going through the comments. The devil was busy. He sure was. Whitney said, Tracy, I want to know that as well, because I had no clue. So they want to know if Chris Rock knew about Jada Pinkett's condition. So, I think that with celebrities, sometimes they feel like that everybody like knows everything about them, because most of them are really transparent. They'll put their stuff out. But yeah, no, Chris Rock's brother, she said not on site. Yes, he said it's on. And Lynn said, I don't think Chris knew. Yeah, and my whole thing is now, and then somebody else, people be trying to take these super deep dives, but they were like, oh, with the G.I. Jane, like apparently she did something that was like some cheating stuff or whatever. Y'all know I don't be remembering movies like that, baby. I'm a little slow, but so they were trying to say that the joke was super layered. I'm like, I think y'all thinking too deep. I think he was reading the teleprompter and he was just trying to do his job and get, done with it. But I saw some video today where it's like Chris Rock, he just looked, they showed different angles of like him just kind of feeling like confused afterwards. And I want you all to watch Renita's show, because she's kind of doing a different spin on it tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all go follow Be Your Own Kind, where she's going to be talking about some things that have been discovered as far as with Chris Rock. So I told her, I was like, hey, I'm not going to talk about it on the show. I'm going to direct the people to you. I just got to talk about the absurdity of the situation. Now the Academy is trying to, now they're going to reprimand him. And my whole thing is that this is the thing. I know that sometimes we like to be like, no, don't punish him. Don't do this. Don't do that, or whatever the case is. But like, that was dead wrong. I think that Will knows that it was dead wrong too. That's why he was upset during his speech. That's why he released the thing. And I didn't like that when he did his first apology, that he didn't apologize to Chris right away in that moment. He apologized to the Academy, because I'm just like, baby, but the Academy didn't get smacked though. It was Chris Rock. If you gonna apologize for having to lay hands and act a plum fool, at least apologize to the person that you inflicted some type of harm to, okay? Because even if the slap didn't hurt like that, it was still humiliating. And it wasn't something that he should have experienced while he was just up there trying to do his job. That was pretty whack, actually. Whitney said, I hear about rapper beef, but not actor beef like this. Yeah. She also said that he was very confused. And he was. You could just see the look on his face. He like, what? He like, okay, I won't say nothing else. What do you say to somebody that is like, they feel like they have to resort to physical violence to get their point across, as far as letting you know, like, that they're feeling some type of disdain towards something? It's like, you could say what you have to say without putting your hands on somebody. It does not always have to be all of that. It really doesn't. So and let's talk about it just honestly from the Black perspective. Can we go there real quick? Like, can we go there real quick? I was a little bit embarrassed, because I just feel like that there has been so much talk about us being able to occupy certain rooms, such as the Oscars. And not so much as like just trying to occupy it like, oh, I want to be like them, but just making sure that representation matters, right? So that we have, people of other nationalities and other backgrounds that are amazing actors. We want to make sure that we can pave the way for them. We don't, like that's what a lot of their missions are, as far as to make sure that we can all, that there is space for people to get into the rooms. Okay. So I felt bad, because I was just like, this, it's a little bit of a setback for maybe those, not for me. I'm like, I don't need to get to the, the Oscars. If the Lord blesses me to be able to go there one day, I'll be forever grateful. But, I'm not an actor. I'm not an actress, so I can't. That's not something that's like a personal, like, oh, this is a goal for me. But for other people that may look like me, that want to occupy that space, they want to go and receive the highest honor, or whatever the case is, it makes it that much more difficult. And that was really the sad part about it. It was really bad. Auntie Tracy said the world saw that. They should have went to a commercial. Yeah, I think it just happened so quick, Auntie, that I don't think that they had a chance to. She said they should find him because he won his Oscar. Yeah, I mean, now this is the thing. As we all know, and because we know, even though Will Smith acted a fool or whatever the case is, that man is a great actor. He's a great actor. No one can take that away from him. No one can take that away. He has done his thing from being younger to being, older man. He's not old, but older. In his time, he's done what he needs to do. He's left us with some classes. God bless his heart. Okay. So even in the King Richard, although I haven't saw it, I did not see any bad reviews as far as that movie was concerned. So get your Oscar, but you have to pay some type of consequence for doing that to Chris Rock, because Chris Rock didn't deserve that. He did not deserve that. Auntie Tracy said he finally apologized to him, but he should do it on camera. Yeah, he's gonna have to, like, he gonna have to. We can't keep tearing each other down. No, we can't do that. Lynn said Will needs to be suspended. What example is he showing to Chris's daughters and his own children? It was totally wrong. Will wouldn't have slapped Dave Chappelle. Now that he would have sat right there in his seat. He would have sat right there in his seat, because Dave Chappelle was not gonna go, Lynn. I agree with you on that. I agree with you. She said no, he wouldn't have slapped Dave Chappelle. Security, right? I'm wondering, like, I'm like, do they have people that's supposed to like protect the stage? Like, what's going on with that? I don't get it. She said, and Jada had on that curtain dress. Now, I'm not about to talk about her dress, child. Now, Will Smith ain't gonna be smacking me now. Lynn said, first Black produced Oscar by Will Packer, and this happens. We have a cousin who is a member, and she worked hard to get that membership. So Will needs to be suspended. Yes, he is a great actor. Yeah, cuz I agree. And oh my goodness, shout out to our cousin that was a member. Okay, wait a minute. I'm here for that. Okay, that deserves an award on its own. Yeah, he definitely has to, he has to suffer some consequences for his actions. It doesn't take away from him being a great actor. He's so amazing, and that's why it was like my heart hurts for him, because it's just like, man, you really messed up. Like you have you ever, and I don't know if anybody can identify, so I'm not going to generalize this and saying it, but I know for me, I know what it's like to have had instances where you like, I effed up. Straight up, call it like it is. I'm not even gonna say the F word. I know that's harsh, but I messed up so bad that I don't know how I'm gonna recover from this. And the funny thing about it is that you do end up recovering, right? You live to see and to fight another day. But everyone has been there. Everyone has had a moment where it's just like, you know what? I really messed this up. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back from it. And I don't know who will be able to work with him. I don't know what his religious beliefs is or whatever the case is. But as for me, I'm like, I believe in God. I believe that he can, deliver you through any of the storms. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that was his moment. He was there to win an Oscar, and he did that. And it totally outshined everything. Everything. And I know that his heart is hurting from that. And Chris Rock's feelings is hurt too, because it's just like, man, you got to remember, Chris Rock played Pookie on New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those actors have very humble beginnings, right? They have very humble beginnings. So to be in the Oscars, Will Smith is in the front. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock is on the stage. They did Def Comedy Jam. They did all of these things. Think about where these men came from. And to have that be the catalyst of what everyone is talking about, versus the fact that it's like you were in that room, you occupied that space, and you won, baby. That's enough to make anybody not be well, right? They wouldn't be well because of that. So my heart goes out to both of them in this instance. And I just, oh my goodness, I really, really hope. I hope that they can both come back from it. Chris Rock, they say he's on fire. His tickets for his shows have skyrocketed for his performances that are coming up, for the tour that he's doing with his comedy. And, I just hope that they can rise above. I hope that with this being the first Black produced Oscar award show, shout out to Will Packer, y'all. He's great. Like, do y'all know who Will Packer is? I'm calling it that I'm going to be able to get Will Packer on my show at some point in my time. He's a big dog. He's definitely somebody that should be on there. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it into the universe and allowing God to sprinkle whatever blessings he will on there, because he is definitely somebody. If you don't know who he is, baby, look him up. You're missing out. You probably know of his works if you don't know of him. Okay. So that's that. I hope that with this being that first, produced by a Black producer, and having so many fresh faces of people that look like you and I, that this isn't the last opportunity that they get as a result of that incident, because I hope that the Academy is able to see that those are separate pieces and that they don't all come together, right? They don't all come together. Lynn said Will has another movie coming out, Emancipation, and that Will has done a great job, but now with the assault, they may look over him. Yeah. And it's like, you did all that work for what? These actors, this is the thing. They go through some stuff too. Like, they go through rigorous things. These people change their bodies and their diets, their environments. They lose time with their family and everything, all to bring us like entertaining pieces. So I feel really, really, really bad for him, y'all. I don't know. Let's just continue to keep everybody lifted up for sure. Because even Will Smith, Zeewiththetea reported this. Will Smith's mom was like, she had never seen him react in a way like that before. So that tells me, you know, and that's a mother's love. Okay, a mother know her child. He going through some things. He got some things going on here and here, you know, in his mind and in his heart that he has to get sorted out in order to truly heal and to rise above this. And I'm just wishing him the best as far as all of that's concerned, because you can come back from anything. And I think he knows that. He's played those roles and done all that. It is what it is. My auntie said Will shouldn't have done that, period. I agree. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. That was great conversation, y'all. I mean, I'm glad to know we all on the same page and everybody, because there are some people that saying like, oh no, Will Smith was right with what he did. He defended his woman or whatever the case is. And it's just like, y'all gotta understand that defending somebody doesn't always mean that you gotta lay hands. It doesn't mean that you have to show some type of like physical type of situation in order to get things to sway your way. Will Smith is a craftsman probably with his words and his demeanor and how he does things. And he's got so much charm that if he would have even walked up on stage and been like, you know, that's not an appropriate joke and spread things for alopecia awareness, I would have rather for him have been in the tabloids for having a Kanye moment, as far as like snatches the mic, gives a message and says what everybody's thinking, but they're too afraid to say, than what has actually transpired at this point. I'm completely devastated for them. It's just a little bit too much. So y'all already know what time it is.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
So if you have just joined in, first off, you missed the incredible conversation as far as with our topic for the night, which is the Will Smith and Chris Rock debacle. But right now, I've got the quote of the night before I close everything out. And this one is good, y'all. It's like, this is a mantra that you need to have. I'll be sharing it tomorrow. Do more than exist, live. Do more than hear, listen. Do more than grow, bloom. Do more than spend, invest. Do more than think, create. Do more than decide, discern. Do more than consider, commit. Do more than dream, do. Do more than see, perceive. Do more than read, apply. Do more than receive, reciprocate. Do more than choose, focus. Do more than wish, believe. Do more than encourage, inspire. Do more than reach, stretch. Okay? We are not just settling for the basic level of things in this time, okay? I don't know about you. I've talked to y'all about things and stuff that I've been through. And for me, I just feel like I'm going to go at things with its fullest potential. And my favorite one is do more than grow, bloom, okay? You don't have to settle ever. The world is yours, okay? You can go as high as you want to go with whatever it is that you're trying to do, be it personal, be it in your business, with your family, your man, your kids, whatever, your friends, you know, vacations, whatever you want to do, you can do more. You don't have to just settle for the basic, okay? That's the word that I want to share with you all tonight, okay? I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company on all platforms at the BP Media Co. And follow me, your girl, MzMetchi, on all platforms. That's MzMetchi. If you're interested in advertising with me, I know y'all saw the commercials and everything, okay? Make sure that you visit MzMetchi.com. I have all of that information. And if you want to shop my line of accessories, I want to show y'all these earrings. They're so beautiful. Okay. I just love. Make sure that you go to MzMetchi.com/shop. And for those that can actually see me, that are tuning in live with me on Facebook and everything, this lip color, y'all see the spring is coming up, so I have to break out my colors. This is Noir Girl's Dreamsicle, okay? So y'all know I try to get y'all to get ready with me video. I've been loving doing those. Like, it's just absolutely amazing because it's so many like little products and everything. Because y'all, before this, I had on a bonnet and my nightgown, like, I'm like, we're going to give glamour. We're going to do full things here. So make sure that you all go and shop. Okay. She's got a sale going on and you can get some Noir Girl cash for next month. Okay. And this is, of course, Miss Gems by Jazz. So shout out to her. Okay. where would I be without my amazing partner? Shout out to Be Your Own Kind and Zeewiththetea. Okay, she provided some of the news for tonight's What's Happening, What's Up segment, and of course, Be Your Own Kind. That's our girl, so you make sure you check it out. If you're just tuning in and maybe you missed the show, you want to, catch the replay, whatever, make sure that you go and head over to fluentradio.com, jams95.3fm.com, or Indie 101.5 with our partners, Fluent Radio, Indie 101.5, and Philly Jams, okay? My show is there now. I'm super excited. So you guys make sure you go ahead and go. Next week, I have an artist by the name of Miss Storm that's going to be my special guest, and my guest co-host, Miss Renita Betts from Be Your Own Kind, will be in the building. She's literally going to be in the building. She's going to be here with me in the studio. So we're going to have a good time next Thursday. Make sure that you come back wherever you are. I hope that you have a blessed night and you have a great, prosperous rest of your week and a good kickoff to the start. I'll see you next week. Bye.